Dana Barrett asked Dr. Venkman, why do you like being a Ghostbuster? He replied, same reason I asked you out, 'cause busting makes me feel good.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless.
Spooky.
Movie review, bitches!
I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. Fucking the worst one ever. Welcome to Taste of the Jason Hocus Pocus movie review, motherfucker. I am Jay Chowder. We got Bone.
Hey.
Very not happy about this movie. And we got Slopdog, her pick. She's very happy. How you doing so long?
Hocus Pocus!
Hocus Pocus, motherfucker. And it's a great movie. Always has it's a great Halloween movie to put on just for that good feeling. And as we slaughtered that I Put a Spell on You song, something like what you're saying, instead about that song with your husband, one of the songs.
Sings it as, I'll put a smell on you, which he thinks is hilarious. And then he'll come over to me and he'll fart on me. And I'm like, oh, and he's like, and now you're mine. And he's like, that keeps all the other boys away. You smell like my ass. Damn it. Anyway.
It's the best. I put a spell on you.
So tell me, you guys try it with your spouses this weekend. Let me know how it goes.
Oh, yeah. No, let me tell you about a smell right now. Side note, you know, your husband's like, yeah, I'm gonna get that Slopdog pussy, and what, but no, so I was in the car and I had an itch, and I was scratching it, and my nuts smell so bad. My wife was in the passenger seat and could smell I must have jarred my nuts loose as I was scratching my nuts, and she fucking wanted to throw up. I still can smell spray on my hands that she sprayed on me from like deodorant or spray that was in the car. And she's like, oh my God, I can't take it.
Your nuts smell so bad that just moving them just let loose this fucking cloud of horrificness.
I had a good itch. In my defense, I was in a hot car today, and it was very hot, and I was doing stuff, and then yeah, I had a good itch, and when I did it, I just jarred everything loose. And then I took my hand under my pants, and my wife was just like, good grief, I'm going to murder myself. And
Bellissimo.
So, yeah, I'm going to take a shower tonight, I believe. And
I think that's advisable.
Sleeping? Yeah,
I put a smell on you.
At the truck stop?
My nuts really smell. What?
At the truck stop?
Hey, I'm going to shower at the truck stop, get myself some candy through a hole in the wall. And Hocus Pocus, look, a dick came through the wall. Ooh, magic. And let's go back to this kids movie review. And Hocus Pocus children's movie. And I like an Adventures in Babysitting. Fucking they take out fucks, but they show these bitches hanging. I'm just like, all right, well that's I guess a choice. All right, no fucks in Adventures in Babysitting, but we're gonna show these broads' feet hanging like a couple of cunts. And I'm like, all right. And a side note from our last movie review of fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space, you know the guy Mike Tobacco? I forgot his real name. God bless him. You were great in the movie, but you know who almost played that part? And because I was listening to a recent interview. Dean Cameron, who was Chainsaw from summer school, went out for that position. Went out for that job.
Wow.
He would have been good too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
They're very similar, I feel.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
you know
Chainsaw.
What I put together from Hocus Pocus, the mom, the lady that plays the mom, she's the same one that's married to. She's played in the movie with John Candy, The Great Outdoors. She plays John Candy.
Yes, I love that movie.
Yeah. So anyway, I put that
Go
together
get
today.
yourself a spin cycle. What the hell does that mean? I don't know.
Yes, that's the one.
I was like, where did I know this bitch from? And now we're fucking. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say what dates the movie too is that she's like dressed up as Madonna for the Halloween party. Like no kid now, if they watch that, they're gonna be like, "What? What is she supposed to be dressed as?" Like they would not get that. You know what I mean?
Who's this bitch? Did she have the cone tits too, or no?
Yes,
I can't remember.
Yes, she does.
She did.
Yes.
She dressed as Madonna now. She'd have to dress like a freaking goblin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That'd be
R.I.P. old Madonna face, right? And
Yes.
but and then since we're fucking hitting out, I know Bone's got his fucking book of knowledge he's gonna hit on us in 2 seconds. But I has one more fact I'm gonna spew about this fucking movie is the guy Charles Rocket who played the father of the kids. He was from SNL, right? That cast only kind of lasted a year, and he was from SNL, but he lived in like Canterbury, Connecticut, and he killed himself in his field in Canterbury, Connecticut. Like he ended his own life, but he did it by cutting his own throat. And they're like, it was suicide. Who kills themselves by suicide by cutting your own throat? It sounds like he was in like the mob or something, right?
Did he?
It sounds like.
Did he put a curse where a virgin in 100 years is gonna light a candle?
Maybe 100 years you bring back Charles Rocket, but I just thought that was like close to home to us. So I was like, that's crazy, and that he did that, and I'm just like what did he like yell like if it's suicide, you cut your throat. Suicide, that's like hardcore anger. Suicide, right? Like there's no like
that's a lot.
It had to be. It's a murder.
That's a lot.
Like did he like find out like my son's gay, right? Cut his throat, or did he like go, my wife's up with a fucking black guy and like cut his throat? You know, he's like, I'll never get that pussy back to form. You know, and so he just cut his throat there in the field. And let me tell you, I mean, I ain't got no black dick. It's like someone did a little hocus pocus magic on my dick, made it a button, right? You forever will have a button, dick. Oh no, you big tooth bitch. And anyway, what?
Oh my God.
Where did that? Holy shit! Anyway,
I don't agree with that. I think it's okay to be gay, and I think it's okay to fuck a black guy if you want. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, was he against it and maybe yelled at when he like slit his own throat? You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, that's dark. But like, did you know, like I really like this movie, but the part that I really don't like, that I think is totally terrible, is the part where what's her face, that horse face there, and she sings so the children will come like to their cabin or whatever. And she's on the broomstick. And it's like, is this just a scene so we can see her boobs? Like that's all this is. The way she's like, and stuff.
Yes, it was.
I'm like, it's just a booby scene, and of course,
he put
my
a spell on
husband
me.
was like, oh, look.
Let me tell you.
He's
Dude,
like,
when I was a kid, I
there's
was
a horse
so...
riding a broom.
She magicked me
I'm
up a boner.
Yeah, she fucking.
Hocus Pocus.
Dude, when I was a kid, I was like, she is fucking like, I was horny, and she was all horned up over every kid and always trying to touch kids. I'm like, I'm a kid. Maybe she fucked me. And then I was just like, oh, phenomenal. And she was all like, ooh, let's eat them. Or like anything with a kid, she was all like, ooh, trying to touch them all dirty and shit. And you're like, Jesus Christ, bitch. You know what I mean? She's like fingering the kids' assholes as they're hanging from the cage. She's like, woo, like, leave us alone, lady. She's just fucking fingers reek of their ass.
I'd have to say that
I'm like
Sarah,
just crying.
Sarah Jessica Parker in general, like she's always been like, she's attractive, but she's okay. But as this witch, she's kind of spooky. She's kind of spooky hot. That's what I'm into.
She's like someone who you'd be afraid. You'd be afraid to fall. Yeah, horse face. But you know, I don't know. I think okay. I don't think it's as horsey. But like she's someone who you'd fuck and be like, you can't sleep here because I'm afraid you'll murder me in my sleep. You know. But you're like, I'll bend you over a gravestone and fucking get that pussy juice flowing. You know what I mean? And what? Kids movie. And
she looks like somebody who would be into choke sex.
Yes.
Rough.
God bless America. She should have got the vacuum as the broom with the cord, right? Wrapped around her neck as she flew away. Coming on all the kids.
No, she got the mop because she was wet the whole movie.
It's stopping up her pussy so it's not leaking on her when she flies over. And they were horny for that guy.
I literally left that in my notes.
I was like, the poor fat one got the fucking vacuum cleaner. And I think she's hot too. I'd fuck her. I love fatties. And fatties, that's right. I'm coming for you. Show me that fucking belly. I'm gonna bite it.
For the few people that haven't watched this movie, which I was one of them, do you want to give the outline of what the movie is, kid?
Oh fuck, that's right. We're going right into it. All right, for everybody who hasn't seen Hocus Pocus, it's Hocus Pocus is it's a Disney movie. It's a kids movie. It's a great feeling movie. But anyway, there's these three witches who want to be young, and to do it, they gotta like suck the life of children or some shit. So like they're doing that. They get stopped in the beginning of the movie, of course, and then they put a spell out there that they're like, hey, and we need a virgin to light this candle on Halloween night on a full moon, and then we're gonna return from the grave. And then they hang these bitches, right? And then years later, a kid comes to town. He's trying to impress a chick, and then the candle gets lit. Surprise! And the fucking witches come back, and all hell breaks loose. So now they're trying to get all the children, so they get all their juice, so they can live forever and be young forever. And it's a really great movie. It's a good movie, but what I think is funny about this movie is they make it's the 90s, right? So nowadays, like if you're a virgin, like congratulations, good for you. If you were a virgin back in the day, like what are you, a homo? Can't find pussy? You know what I mean? Like back in the day, if you were a virgin, they're like, get the fuck out of here. And so everyone was ashamed, right? I think in the 90s, to say you're a virgin, you're supposed to be fucking mad puss all the time, right? And this kid, he's like, I light the candle. What I like too is when they go, hey, he says the girl he wants to fuck, right? He's there with his sister, doesn't want to fuck her. But there's a girl from school, he wants to fuck that girl. The girl, she's from Ladybugs too. And he goes, you want to light the candle? She's like, no. And I'm like, oh, this bitch has been fucking. She ain't lighting that candle. You know what I mean? And then he lights it because he ain't fucking. And then he brings the witches back. And what I think is funny, his sister gives him sass. She's like, you lit the candle. And you lit the candle, virgins, like that. Pretty much is what she's saying is, you lit the candle, you wet dick bitch.
And he's like the doofiest kid too. Like they picked like the doofiest kid to play. Yeah. And then like the girl, like she's like beautiful and she looks like she could be like early 20s, right? Like,
she looks like
way
mature. Older.
Right?
She
looks
looks out of his league big time.
Huge.
There's some kid in the movie who says that too. I don't even think he had to be in the movie. He's like, no chance, dude. Like I'm like this whoever her bodyguard was who when he hit on her in class, no chance, dude. But yeah, like as a kid, I remember wanting to fuck that chick. Not now because she's a kid and I'm an adult. But like when I was a kid and she was a kid, I was like, oh, I'll fuck this 27-year-old lady in this kid's movie. And then the two bullies are like fucking adults as well, right? The two kids are called Hollywood. One guy's called Ice, right? Back of his head. Yes. He looks like the guy. I think we've talked about this before. He looks like the guy from Ace of Base. Like one of the members of Ace of Base is just dancing. I'm like, I had to Google it. Is this motherfucker in Ace of Base now? He is not. He's a musician, but he's not Ace of Base. I'm like, oh, I see this motherfucker breaking moves in the I Saw the Sign video.
The love interest, Allison, she's in Ladybugs, right? That's the same girl?
I just said that, motherfucker. You're not listening to me.
Did you?
I don't know. I ramble and mumble.
Slopdog, did he say that?
He did say that, yes.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, so say it to Chowder.
Wow. But I just think it's funny that like they think the guy dressed up as the devil is Satan, but he's from other stuff too. I can't think of what
he is from other
guy.
Stuff.
Didn't he be the director of the movie or his sister? His sister's Laverne from Laverne and Shirley. But I think one of them directed the movie, right? I don't know. I'm cutting everybody off. I apologize. I'm all Hocus Pocus up.
It was directed by Kenny Ortega. He directed Dirty Dancing and High School Musical.
Oh, wow.
Not related. Never mind.
It was this was actually written by Mick Garris, which I was really surprised by that.
Written by who?
Mick Garris.
Who's that?
He was involved in I don't know if he wrote or directed, but multiple movies and screenplays. Some of his the movies he was involved with were Sleepwalkers, the 1997 Shining, The Stand from '94, which is awesome. I love that movie. Critters 2, The Howling.
A lot of fucking in his movies.
Yeah, he did worked on the Masters of Horror series. I think he directed Chocolate.
He's fucking in that movie too, I think.
Oh,
maybe.
fucking.
Dude, that guy's horned up. That's why her tits are hanging out of this movie. He's like, let's show them tits. I can't fuck in this movie. He's like, we'll get close. She'll fucking fill up all the kids. And those poor two.
when they went to the gym and the dad was just like, "Who's this blood donor?" and he got right up on that girl.
Yeah, it was like, whoa, back off. And then like the part where I think it's hilarious when the bus runs over the cat, Zachary Binks when they run over the cat. And it's just, and it has a tire mark on it. And it just, the little girl like cries through her teeth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's terrible. Anyway, and then the cat just, like, anyway, sorry.
You're describing the part I came at? Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. And yeah, I know what you're talking about. And
the guy, I read somewhere that the guy that played the zombie, the zombie guy, and they like finally undo his lips and like moths come out, like he coughs up moths, right?
Yeah.
The zombie. He
nasty pussy.
Those are real moths. Like they had like a I don't know, like a thing in his mouth that had moths in it, so that moths would fly out of his mouth.
Oh man, that must have. Imagine that day telling him, "Hey, we're gonna put real moss in your mouth." He's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I read that.
Get the fuck out of here!
I don't know if we'll ever watch. I don't know if we'll ever watch it. But what movie was that? Drag Me to Hell. The witch's body actually vomits real maggots into the girl's mouth.
Oh,
you can't pay me enough for that. No, sorry guys. No,
boy.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh man, gag it to my asshole. I'll gape that thing. Get him in there, and eat the rotten meat.
I love the part when they go to the rich girl's house on Halloween, and she's just like, "I couldn't wear that dress because I don't have, what do you call them, yabos." Max really likes your yabos, loves them.
Like, what kid? But like, even then, like, what kid talked like that? I was like, what? That was not necessary at all. Like, well, like, and she could have been like, oh, he has a crush on you or something.
Yeah.
But, like, that was like cringy. I was like, oh, like, why? Like,
I was like,
I could have had her say, like, no.
I heard what she was saying, and side note, the kid Binks, whatever, is from NCIS, right? He's the Proby guy. You ever watch
I was
NCIS?
like, he's from something. Yes, I have watched NCIS. Yes.
I love that show. Great show. And I haven't watched it in years, but
I do love
remember
that show.
as the Proby. I don't know what his real name is in the show. I forgot. But he's just called Proby by the Michael whatever guy. And I was like, oh my God, that's the guy from NCIS. Holy fuck. He's a young kid here. And
everybody that interacted with the Sanderson sisters wanted to have an orgy with them. The bus driver was all horned up. I actually, if you look on the cast, if you look up the movie and it looks up the cast, the guy who plays the bus driver, he's just all ripped now, and he's got his photo is just shirtless, ripped.
He's ready to fuck the witches, yeah. Oh man, he must have fucked those witches good. They're like, all right, we'll put a spell on you, muscles. Boom. He's like, thanks, witches. And but yeah, and then Slopdog was talking about that guy, the guy who played the devil. He thought he was the devil. All horned up for him, right? Like, was that what you were saying earlier, Slopdog?
Yep.
Like that fucking. And then the lady had to kick him out. Get the fuck out of here! And dude, they were all
get out of
fucking,
my house.
Oh man, they were ready to eat him up. And he was like, I'm gonna fuck these 3 strangers that came into my house.
Then they see the kids with the masks on, and they take that one kid's mask off, and the kid's like, oh, don't touch me, you weirdo, because really it is. It's like, who's going around just touching these kids?
Children, they're gonna eat the kids, they're gonna suck the life out of them. I like at the beginning too, they're like, no kids here, just the lifeless body of that girl. They throw a blanket over her, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like a fucking Signs of the Lambs or some shit happening now. No,
and the Sarah sisters just like, we're just eating children in here. And she is so dumb, and it just makes me hornier.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. I've never found Sarah Jessica Parker so attractive. She's creepy but kind of dirty and stupid.
Oh boy, both like you're checking all my bingo cards, bitch. Fucking game on, dude. That's who you dated in all high school, isn't it? And
yeah, biters.
Right. And no, I thought it was good. I think it was She was very, very, very horned up in that movie, and I was like, I remember like anybody like that, like who was more of a whore, when especially when I was younger, it made me hornier because it made me think I had more of a chance if they were just a whore. And I remember the old the old lady, the whore one from Golden Girls, the old one. I remember always getting horny over her because I'm like, oh, I can fuck that old lady. She seems horny. And yeah.
Wow.
Oh, golden showers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'd have to take off her Depends, smells like musty old piss in her pubic hair, and then I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna eat this pussy. And
Oh my god.
I have to put some A1 sauce on her or something just to juice it up. Like, there we go. And then ooh, put the A1 on my pussy again and eat it. Ooh. You got it, Golden Girl.
My god.
I'd probably suck it.
Oh, Blanche.
Oh, Blanche, you A1 pussy bitch. Then the A1's all caked in her pussy hair, Oh, man. And A1, not a sponsor, but we'll take the sponsorship if we want to. And
Oh, I'm sure they can't wait.
A1, it depends. We picked them up. Anywho, so I liked Hocus Pocus. So all in all, I thought it was a good movie. It holds up. I think it's got, you put it on and it's got really good vibes. You know what I mean? And they did make a part 2, and then I watched a trailer and I'm like, I'm not gonna even watch this shit. It's gonna ruin my childhood.
Yes, it really. I only watched like maybe 10 minutes of the second one, and it made me sad. And then I was, I know I fall asleep on the couch all the time, but I fell asleep watching it, and I have no desire to even try to watch it again. I'm like, whatever. There is no Hocus Pocus 2. I'm only watching the first one.
I feel like when there's so many years in between that it loses something.
Yeah, there's too much. Stop trying to make more money on stuff. Just leave it alone. As good as it was, just leave it be.
And they got to put now vibes on it. I think whoever should be in the movie should be in the movie, but don't force a gay scene if there doesn't need to be a gay scene. Don't make it a multi-race cast if it doesn't need to be a multi-race cast. If it does, fucking awesome. If it doesn't, then don't. You know what I mean? Like they try and push everything in, and I don't want to get too preachy on it because then people, whatever. But to them, I say, go fuck yourself. And I want to just enjoy my movie, so it's just too big of a gap. Yeah, that's right. You see what you get. You see you mess with the Tasteless crew, you fucking cocksucker. Oh boy, we're getting no more guests on this show, and no one's and we gotta make it on our own. No network's picking us up. I don't know though. Pick us up, you cunt bear bitches. And
quickly though, I just want to kind of say thanks for everybody who's been giving us a listen. We've been definitely picking up some more viewers or listeners, and don't forget to follow us so you get all the updates. Check us out on Instagram. That's where most of our updates come from. Follow us on Spotify or Apple, wherever you get that. Like us on YouTube.
Give us
Instagram. The name is at Tasteless Adjacent on Instagram, at Tasteless ADJ on fucking X or Twitter or whatever. Yeah, and then p1ipoo.club, bring you right to the YouTube page. Like some shit on there. Leave some comments. Also on Instagram. Hey, I'm gonna do some of the sketches. We all recorded and other people recorded will be up soon too. So at P1ipoo on both Twitter and X as well. But again, mostly check out Tasteless Adjacent at Tasteless Adjacent on Instagram, Tasteless ADJ on X. Yep, that's a big pause. People skipping through this big thing. All right, I thought
fast forward.
Out your shit, you cunt bear bitch.
So the movie was, here's some facts, it's a little late, but it was released July 16th, 1993. Box office was 50.8 million, which isn't bad. IMDb gave it a 6.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it 40%. Audience is 72%. Common Sense gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and Letterboxd is 3.5. stars.
One day when you give these fucking ratings or some other fuck gives them on their show, they're going to make sure. And Tasteless Adjacent gave it so many dog dicks and a tip. That's right, motherfucker. One day, dog dick and a tip coming to your motherfucking house. Instead of going in your mother's mouth, that dog dick's going to be on a review, motherfucker. Anyway, all right. We should give our reviews, right, of what we thought of it. So I think this movie still holds up personally. I think it's good, and I would watch it again. I try to watch it every Halloween. And I'd say I'm gonna give it 4 dog dicks and a tip. That's what I'm gonna give this fucking movie. 4 dog dicks and a tip, because it's a great movie to watch every Halloween. And then yeah. And Bone, what say you?
I guess this is my first time ever seeing it, so I don't have that memory of watching it in the 90s when we were like teenagers. So I guess it doesn't hit the same for me. That being said, my son enjoyed it. He's scared of it at first, but then we watched it the second time and he really enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it with him. I think it was still entertaining. It's a good family film. It's got some hints of lots of sexuality, but it was the 90s.
Yeah, that's right.
But
it was a side note. Those 2 kids in the cage, they died, right? Because that place is a museum. Too. No one ever goes to that museum ever. They're trapped in the cage in that museum, and they're going to be missing. No one's ever going to check for them. Those kids are going to be a bag of bones just hanging there with ripped out assholes from fucking Sarah Michelle Gellar. All right, I'm sorry. What was your review? Rating?
R.I.P. Ice.
R.I.P. Ice.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. But I'd give it, like, again, it's a kids movie. I don't think I would like watch it all the time, but 2 dog dicks and a tip.
Oh, all right. Slopdog, what say you? And you have anger in your heart that Bone fucked your movie over.
No, not at all. Like, I mean, it's cheesy and all that stuff, but like, because I watched it as a kid, like you said, like, I look forward to watching it around this time every year. Like, it makes me think of like Halloween and that time of year, and just I don't know, like those feel good feelings of the fall, whatever. So I give it 4 dog dicks. I look forward to watching it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I give it 4 dog dicks.
Oh, 4 dog dicks. Yummity, yummity, yummity. I thought you were going to give it like a 4 a tip or a 5.
Almost, but like not quite. Like, I don't know. Like, I still really like it, but I don't know if it deserves a 5. You know?
Yeah, I did a tip. I was like, it's good, but not that good. And what's our rating on that, Bo?
So about 3 dog dicks and a tip.
All right. We'll take it. We're taking it.
Yeah, like I said, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It just... And I'll probably watch it with my son every year, definitely. And my other son, as he gets older and he can actually watch TV because he's not a baby. But I'm used to saying my son. I have 2 sons.
Oh, man, that poor second was going to get a fucking complex now. I'm a person too, Dad. You're like, motherfucker, you're new.
That takes time.
Very
well, on that note, I think it was good. We got a couple more movie reviews coming for you, Halloweeny, and we'll have them coming up. And again, check out our socials. Like us, leave a fucking comment, good or bad. Tell us we're awesome. Tell us we're cunts. Whatever, something. Just let us know you're listening. And we greatly appreciate it. And until next time, stay spooky this season. Oh, I want to kill myself. And so say it the shepherd, so say it the flock. Happy Halloween, motherfuckers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Gonna put a spell on you.
And now you're raped.
What are you, some kind of dog dick? Dick.
What are we singing?
I put a spell on you.
Spell on you. Just I'll put a spell
I'll
on
put a
you.
spell on you.
I'll
and
put a
now-
spell on you.
Did you watch the movie? I don't think Bo watched the movie.
No, I'll put a spell on you, right on your butthole,
Oh boy. I guess sing what moves you. I don't know.
till it's
And,
blue.
sing what you feel, you know?
Sing from the heart. Sing from the heart.
Sing right from the heart on.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
good play on words, you little rascal. Ooh,
Use
you
it
get a
as
candy bar.
microphone.
Oh, get that tip.